It started. All right, keep going up.
It says,
6.
and the young men arose, wound him up, and carried him out and buried him. And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing that was done, came in.
All right, Con. So she basically she didn't know what happened to Ananias, man. You know. Go on.
He says, and Peter answered unto her, tell me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, yeah, for so much.
So hey, Peter, he basically went up to her just to see if she was gonna lie to him. He's basically asking her, hey, did y'all sell that land for that certain amount of price?
Yeah.
And keep going. Look, Salaki. And she said, yeah. You know, she was like, yeah. And she said, yeah. So
Probably thinking the husband already told, not knowing this nigga already been hauled off.
All right, keep going. We about to see what happens to her.
And Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord?
So that goes to show you that, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's on us, man. You know, he basically said, you gonna tempt the Lord? You know, hey, who are you to play with the power? You know, the only living power.
Right.
All right, keep going.
Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out. Then she fell down straightway at his feet and yielded up the ghost. And the young men came in and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried her by her husband.
All right, so boom, the same outcome that Ananias had, his wife had also, man. You know, that's what happens when you try to get over on some of the men of the Lord.
No maneuvering, bro.
And that what he say immediately.
Con.
So right then and
But what's crazy is how the Spirit already had known when they had buried us, like the same men that carried your husband away and buried him, they on their way right now. And as soon as they said that, he walked up.
so they figured the door to carry thee, to carry you. I got that's a quick point. Yeah.
You got it.
Just backing up that point. This is Matthew 6 and 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, nor moth does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. For where your heart is, there where your heart, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. See? And it's basically telling you that where his heart, Ananias' heart was, it wasn't right in him.
His
See,
mind, right.
Focus upon the righteous ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right.
You know, he was focused on that bread.
Just to go back to that point that you can't get over. That you can't get over on the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're gonna get into you get it out.
This is Acts chapter 5 and verse 34. Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel.
All right.
Gamaliel.
Yeah.
Gamaliel.
Yeah, he was a teacher of Paul.
Yeah, that was Paul's teacher, right.
A doctor of the law, had a reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space.
All right, so he's basically like, hey,
he's standing up for him.
He's basically standing up for him, like, hey, cut him a little slack, man. Cause hey, do you know who these men are?
Yeah, bro.
You know, hey, look at the consequence that you're gonna have if you fall through this. All right, continue on.
It says, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men.
Hey, y'all need to consider what the hell y'all about to do, man. Cause hey, these men, they have that they hold stature, man.
Yeah.
You know, they are significant to hey, the only living power. All right.
If I can add, Hitler even said it when they found out. He said, I could start World War III being dead.
Right.
All right. When they find out what I was trying to save my nation from, then they'll understand.
Right.
They say what? Who America have? They have the precious jewels of the Most High.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
It says, for before these days rose up, Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught.
All right, so there was just an account of somebody trying to come up against the prophets, man. You know, and the consequence that he had. All right, it says they were all slain, and everyone that came with him.
Like this nigga thought he was something.
Like this, yeah, kind of. Like,
This nigga thought he was somebody.
Hey, look at his outcome, man. All right, continue on.
It says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in these days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
So hey, motherfuckers was dropping like flies, man. You know, you trying to come play with those chosen men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, that is your outcome, man. You know, it says that they perished, and everybody that came with him. All right, keep going. Okay.
It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men. Like, get your ass back and let them alone.
Get back.
For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
So he's basically, hey, cut them some slack, man. You know, because, hey, you're going to get that same outcome that those men that I spoke on had. You know, you're going to perish the same way. Because, hey, those men are special, man. It says that we the apple of his eye. All right. Yeah, someone, huh?
Yeah, this is Psalms 139 and 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those which rise up against thee. All right. It say, I hate them with the perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
Right.
Hate with a perfect hatred. All right.
This is Acts chapter 5 and verse 39. Continue on the point. It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. Least happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. See? So you're basically, hey, there's no way you're gonna be able to stand up and fight against Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Hey, like the brother always say, man, hey, you can't fight with the Lord, man. His arms are too long.
Yeah.
You know?
You got something else?
Yeah. I wanted to bring this out earlier. Acts 1:21. Then after that.
This is Acts chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, so when they had further threatened them, they let them go, finding nothing how they might punish them because of the people. For all men glorify Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that which is done, which was done.
So those were the prophets, you know, just going back to that point, those were the prophets, you know. They were threatened to not preach that word, but hey, they stood in great boldness, you know, in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, go skip down that. Yeah.
This is Acts chapter 4, 21, right? Yeah. It says, so when they had further threatened them,
You did?
29?
Yeah.
All right, come. It says, verse 29, and now, Lord, behold their threats, and grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word.
God, so hey, with all boldness, speak this word, man. You know, don't hold back.
Right.
You know, hey, this word is going to come out because, like the scripture in Jeremiah said, Jeremiah chapter 20 verse 9, it says, hey, the word was shut up in his bones as a fire, man.
Right.
You know, so hey, he couldn't stop from basically pushing this word out. You know, like I was saying earlier, this word is always going to come out.
Right.
You know.
If I can add, the scriptures say every idle word that a man speak, he shall give an account
Count
for.
for.
All right, you coming up against the men who the Lord set up, you got to answer for that. There's consequences.
And you coming up against the men, you're really not coming up against those men. You're coming up against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And this is real quick. This 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 8. It says, he therefore that despiseth not man, but the Most High. All right, who hath also given us unto his Holy Spirit. All right, so when you're coming up scoffing against those men, hey, it's not really against them. It's against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Right.
All right.
All right. Let me see. I got it on that. And with all that, I want to bring this scripture out because you have to you understand. You got to understand that when you're given this this message, you can't have the spirit of fear in you. Okay, and when the Lord gives you instructions, it's best for you to follow those instructions. If it's tit for tat, don't do this, don't do it. Okay, this is 1 Kings 1 and 1 Kings chapter 13, I'm starting 1. It says, and behold, there came a man of the Most High out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. It says, and he cried against the altar of the word of the Lord and said, O altar, altar, thus said Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name, And upon these shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and the men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is the sign which the Lord has spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass, when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of the Most High, which he had cried against the altar of Bethel, that he put forth his hand forth to the altar, saying, Lay hold on him. And his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to him. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of the Most High given by the word of the Lord. And the king answered and said unto the man of the Most High, Entreat now the face of the Lord. Watch this, thy power. He says, and pray for me that my hand may be restored me again. And the man of the Most High besought the Lord, and the king's hand was restored him again, and became as it was before. And the king said unto the man of the Most High, Come home with me to refresh thyself, and I will give thee reward. And the man of the Most High said unto the king, If thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so was it charged by me by the word of the Lord, saying, Eat no bread. Eat no bread. Okay? Nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou hast camest. These were the Lord's instructions to him. Okay? It says, So he went another way, and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. That was one thing the Lord told him not to do. Okay? He says, Now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all the works that the man of the Lord had done in that day in Bethel, and the words which he spake unto the king, them they told also their father. And their father said unto them, What way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of the Most High went, which was come from Judah. And he said unto his sons, Saddle me the ass. So they saddled him the ass, and he rode thereon, and went after the man of the Most High, and found him sitting under an oak tree, and said unto him, Art thou the man of the Most High that comest from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, Come home with me and eat bread. But his instruction was not to eat bread and go back that same way. And he says, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it is said to me by the word of the Lord that thou should eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou comest. He said unto him, I am a prophet also. Check that out. I'm a prophet also. So the same Lord you're dealing with, I'm dealing with him also. He said, and an angel spoke unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, Bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. So that spirit that said it was a prophet lied to this man. But this man has specific orders from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He heard from him himself. So I'm not going to hearsay what you say somebody told you, when I know the Spirit of the Lord told me don't do these things. Okay, because you just watched him, a man's hand was withered and wouldn't go out, and you prayed for him through that same spirit, and it was straightened out. That same spirit told you don't do these things. Now somebody just come along and tell you some shit and you go with it. Okay, it says, so he went back with him and did eat bread in his house and drank water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back, and he cried unto the man of the Most High that came from Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast kept the commandment which the Lord thy power commanded thee, the first commandment, don't have no other power before me. So you just listen to another God, bro. But camest back and hast eaten bread and drunk water in this place, of which the Lord did say to thee, Eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come unto the sepulchre of thy father. So you're not going to be buried on holy grounds. It says, and it came to pass after he had eaten the bread and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the ass, to wit, for the prophet whom he had who brought back. Check this out. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him, and his carcass was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it, and the lion also stood by the carcass. The Lord had him eat, didn't even eat the donkey, just eat his ass up. That's your instructions. A lion followed orders from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua better than a fucking prophet did, bro.
I got you, right?
You know what I'm saying? A lion followed these orders better than a so-called prophet. So when the Lord tells you to do something, do it, bro. When you're ordained to do something and you listen, you're supposed to just listen, bro. It's that simple. Go ahead.
All right, just backing up that point. This is Psalms chapter 118, verse 8. It says, "It is better to trust in the Most High than to put confidence in man."
Right.
All right, so he should have went that way. You know, he should have
Not drink and not eat.
He shouldn't have put that confidence in that man.
Right.
You know.
Right.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Lord willing, this was edifying. We give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Atham, Mashanaka, Bala, Azakim, Shah, Yasharala, and Wash Shalom, Wa Bla Baki, Yashar, Yasharala. Shalom.
Shalom.